All right, people, welcome to Chapter 4, Section 1, Promissory Notes. What promissory notes are um, is you borrowing money and then paying it back at the time of its due or its maturity date is what it's called. There's three different ways we talk about it, all using the simple method of I equals PRT. There will be some different times where you use different time periods, exact and ordinary, and we'll talk about those. Um, we'll also talk about how to find the rate of interest. All right, so first one, if you borrow $6,500 from your bank account to buy a boat, you sign a 2-year promissory note at a 10% interest rate, saying after 2 years you're going to pay back um, it all back at once. That means you're going to your interest rate is 10% or 0.10, and then your time is 2 years. So when you multiply this together, you get an answer of $1,300. That's the amount of interest that you'll have to pay. All right, so your interest is 1,300. All right, so then the amount due is equal to the original amount, so 6,500, plus the interest, so 1,300 or 1,300, and that gives you an answer of $7,800 is how much you'll have to pay back for your boat. Okay, so we've done this before with interest, same thing, just now paying back money as well. Okay, what you also have is an idea of an exact interest method. So this would be if you're borrowing money and it's for a certain amount of days. So exact uses 365 days as their time period. Okay, so it's 1,000, your principal, times your rate, which is 0.06, and then your time is 85 days, so that's 85 divided by 365 days. All right, so we're using this amount of days, just like when we had the months, the interest is related to months, amount of months divided by 12. This is about a days, so 85 divided by 365. And when we do that, we get an answer of, we multiply that, we get an answer of $13.97. So that's the amount of interest. The amount due then becomes 1,000 plus $13.97, or for a total of $1,013.97. All right, so that's the exact interest method. Reason why it's exact is because it's 365 days. We also have the idea of ordinary interest method. The ordinary interest method, we're going to use the same numbers, same problems, but now the ordinary interest method is out of 360 days. Okay, nice even round number. And the reason why they use that is bankers use this because they don't like having non-even numbers. So the work is the same, so 1,000 times 0.06, and now this time we're going to divide 85 by 360. We get an answer of $14.17. Makes sense since we're dividing by a smaller number that this number would be bigger. We add that back in to find our amount due. So $1,014.17 becomes our amount due. All right, so the exact interest method, 365 days, ordinary, 360. All right, and you'll be asked to find both. You should not get the same answers for both problems. All right, so the last example for 4.1 deals with the rate of interest. Rate of interest says here we got $30 interest for 3 months. We need to find that total for a year. All right, so if it's 3 months to get up to a year, that means we'd have to multiply 3 months by 4, which means we multiply this amount of interest by 4 So that gives us $120. All right, so when we're trying to find the rate of interest, make sure the interest total is for 1 year. All right. So that is this 120 bucks. We divide that by the principal. We don't multiply that by 12. That's just the amount of money that we borrowed. In this case, it's 1,000. When we do that, we get 0.12 for a decimal, which we know is 12%. All right, so that's the interest that we have for 1 year. All right, section 4.1, dealing with promissory notes. If you have any questions, let me know.